What's going on YouTube? It's your man James back with a new video, and today we're going to be unboxing the OnePlus 11. You may be wondering, why would I buy this phone? And the answer is very simple. The OnePlus 12 is about to come out. My plan is actually to use the 11 as trade food and to get the OnePlus 12. But I've been waiting to do this video because I've been doing some testing for these other phones, and I want to make sure I'm able to do my due diligence. And I also went ahead and scooped up the 80-watt SuperVOOC car charger. So we got the OnePlus 11. Check out the experience now. 1,200 bucks, $799. So it's 16 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage. Anyway, now this camera bump, there's been a little bit of controversy about this camera bump. I like all mine a little fat in the back, so a little camera bump ain't gonna deter me. The alert slider on the right side of the phone are more modern. So I did run into an error copying my data. I did run into some technical difficulties. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this. One cool thing, of course, with OnePlus, I got down to 15% from 53 transferring data. Oop, my bad for the audio blip. But yeah, I got down to 15%, so we'll get a little wipe down. The phone is beautiful. Cool. Good old traditional OnePlus sound. So while we wait, and I want to unbox this Poetic Revolution case real quick, and I got to make sure to get my unboxing knife. It rubs against the screen protector, so raw dog in the phone, rocking the phone butt naked, no case. The 11 does feel like it has a better build quality. It does feel a little bit more upper echelon. See what kind of color replication we get from the Jordans. That'll be a good test. On the OnePlus 10 Pro, you can actually shoot 4K 120 frames per second. You've only got 30 and 60 on the 11. That's definitely a downgrade to me. It just looks a lot cooler. I dropped the ISO down to what I film at normally. I just immediately off rip noticed that I know that's going a little bit more in depth than the average user, but I'm not the average user. Lighting and color temperature is important. Yeah, the 10 Pro is just a lot warmer. I think I'm preferring the video off of the 11. For now, I'm gonna put the 10 Pro down. So you've got your high res mode. If you're trying to take a high quality photo, you wanna make sure you turn on your high res mode. Got your auto macro mode. That looks like it's new. I don't remember seeing that in the 10 Pro. Yeah, so we still on Android 13 right now. We had a very large software update. Probably gonna be the Android 14 and some of the other updates that came with October and July and May security patches. It is running a little bit warm right now, but I know we doing the setup. Scrolling and everything feel the same. Turn up the brightness all the way. And yeah, you see right here, phone too hot, feature unavailable. I mean, they run warm in a sense of you might get a message that a feature is not available because the phone is too hot. It is disappointing, the thermal management of the device right out the box. But of course, I don't want to put too much stock in it right now. This phone is running software that's 9 months old. A lot can happen in 9 months. We'll give it a chance to see how it performs. I've been trying to wipe that down, and it looks like it may be a little shimmer there in the camera lens. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get a little shimmer on the camera lens. I do feel a great build quality. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the cherry on the alert slider here. Very nice. I like that. It's a kind of a basic feature, but it's been a thing that I really enjoyed with these OnePlus phones, is having that alert slider here to flick back and forth. You don't even gotta pull it out. You just quickly go in your pocket, flip a switch. You got ring at the bottom, vibrate at the middle, silent at the top. The device does feel pretty premium. Let me give it another wipe down real quick. Check out that always on display. Now, personally, I don't use always on display. I usually use a picture of my daughter for my lock screen. But the always on display does look pretty good. I'm gonna go in and turn that off later, but it does look like it's enabled by default on this phone. So let me slap this case on real quick. I mostly plan to use the camera for C-roll, in all honesty. So the camera is not necessarily the biggest deal to me with this phone. So We got auto brightness, that's on. I went ahead and turned eye comfort on. I do love the nature tone display. That's one of my favorite features of the OnePlus phones. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. Image sharpener always kind of shows the difference in the image quality with and without the image sharpener. Resolution out the box is coming at full HD. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on quad HD. Big body phone, I need big body resolution. You know what I'm talking about? Refresh rate, we're gonna leave that at 120. Looks like it comes at 120 out of the box. Smart rapid charging, go ahead and turn that on. I don't know, I might leave that off for a little bit. I might investigate that a little bit more before I turn that on. While the phone is new, while the phone is fresh out the box, I'm gonna just leave everything on. I like to turn on Bluetooth, NFC. I'm still currently testing out my Galaxy S23 Ultra and the Galaxy S23 FE. I'm not quite done with my testing enough to say that I'm ready to do a review. The OnePlus 10 Pro, for all its glory, and as much as I love this phone, the battery life and the idle standby drain on this phone are pretty much what killed it for me. So I'm hoping for better results out of the 11. One thing I enjoy about OnePlus phones is they actually have great biometrics, and that's one thing that I'm not going to take away from them. We're going to go ahead and set up the face unlock. Let me fade to the side real quick. Enter home screen after unlocking. You want to make sure you cut that on. Brighten screen and dim light. That shit gets bright on these OnePlus phones. Require eyes to be open. Fellas, I don't like to do face unlock in a place that's too bright or too dark. Let me go ahead and try to face unlock real quick. And you know what? I hate to do it. I'm going to turn off always on display because I don't use always on display and it really gets on my nerves interrupting the face unlock. Whew, Lord, okay. Double tap to wake. Got it. One thing I love about OnePlus, gestures. Draw a V to turn on the flashlight. Like W for open the wallet or something like that, but we'll go over that in just 1 second. I'll turn on O to open the camera. Okay, so here we go. So we got the screen off. See, I'm hitting V. There's my flashlight. And then there it is, it's off. Pretty dope. Now, so that's one thing I do like about these OnePlus phones. I know they're not the most supreme top-notch phones out there in the game, but that's not what you get this for. Let me try to face unlock. Boom. So it's not double tapping to turn off, but let me keep looking through these settings real quick. Double tap to lock. Okay, there we go. One thing I don't like about OnePlus phones, you got to make sure you turn that on. Let me make sure we get it. Double tap to lock. But when I say if you're not looking at that phone, it's not going to open. You literally got to look at it. Fellas, this phone is definitely looking like a go. Now, I'll turn on grids and lines just because I use it for photography and video. Yeah, I like the feel of this a little bit better than the 10 Pro. I'm not overly impressed with the display. We'll pull up the, what are we going to pull up? I don't know. So we got a 50 megapixel high-res wide angle compared to a 48 on the 10 Pro. I still like the color replication in the 10 Pro. I'm sorry, in the 11 a little bit more. The 11 is just autofocusing. I don't know if we're getting the shoes right here, but the 11 just autofocuses on that shoe insanely quick. Yeah, that's insane. I mean, the 10 Pro is pretty quick too. The shot does look a little bit warmer on the 10 Pro, and I do like the color replication, saturation on the 11 a little bit more. I'll update it to Android 14. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'll catch y'all in the next video.
Getting higher in the haze, it's amazing. I'm rolling like a tire upon the pavement, boy.